Hi, Memories in Motion. My name is Homar,
And I'm Priscilla Leal.
and we wanted to share with you guys our proposal story. But we know that a lot of people may be sending you pictures and pictures of places where they got proposed to, and just writing out a story. But we wanted to send you a video just so you guys can see our face and know who we truly are.
Yep.
So kind of to start off where our proposal was, we have been dating for now over a year and a year and 2 months, year and 3 months, and about 6 months into our a relationship, I proposed, but I knew she was the one way before that. So I had been talking to her about buying a house for our future. And at first, it wasn't an idea that went. It was a scary idea because she said, "Hey, are you serious?" And I said, "Yes." I knew where this was going, but she had no idea where this was going. Um, so we closed on a house, and as we got this house, I wanted to fix it up for her. And after we closed on this house, I went and I bought her ring.
That I didn't know of. I had no idea.
I closed on the house, and 2 days later, I went to go get her ring. And when I saw her ring, I went to 4 different stores. And when I saw the ring that she's wearing now, my heart stopped, and I knew that was the one. But I had a hard time figuring out where I was going to propose. We had talked about many places where she likes to go, where she would like to go, as far as where she likes to hang out, or where we've gone on dates before, and places like that. But no place really was like, oh man, no place sold me on it. And I was thinking, okay, you know what? I'm gonna do it at a place we really like to go. We like to go to La Jolla Lake, and I was thinking about doing it there, but
you even told me we were gonna go to dinner there.
Yeah, I had told you we were gonna go to dinner there, but as we closed on the house, and as I wanted to, start, how do I say it? Start fixing it up for our future. We started installing tile right about 2 weeks before her birthday.
Yeah.
And man,
well, that was all you.
Yeah. We started putting new tile in our house on the bottom floor of our house 2 weeks before her birthday. And I thought, wow, you know what? What not a better way to do it than at our future home, to start off our engagement season at our house, to a way to ask for her hand at our future home. So literally, I started preparing things, and the tile people did not finish until literally 3 o'clock that afternoon, and they left at 3, but it wasn't done. The floor was an absolute disaster. So I had to mop for another 2 hours to make sure that the house was ready for the whole proposal. So once I mopped, there had been a family that we had bought a table from them a few weeks or months earlier.
Like weeks ago.
Like weeks before our engagement. So that was essentially our first piece of furniture. So what I did is I placed that wooden table in the middle of what's supposed to be our future living room. I placed candles, little circular candles around it in a heart shaped. And then I put the ring in a little drawer.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So after mopping for 2.5 hours, getting everything ready, I finally went to go pick her up. Now, when I picked her up, I blindfolded her.
Yeah.
I blindfolded her,
and he always does that. So it wasn't like a surprise. It was just like another time where he was gonna blindfold me.
Yeah. So I blindfolded her, and we started driving, but.
And you told me we were going to La Jolla Lake.
I had told her we were still going to La Jolla Lake,
yeah.
Right? But so I took her curved twists and turns and up and down and north and south and east and west, and And eventually we made it to the house, right? So we get there, and I open the door, and
And you took off my
I tuck
blindfold.
off her blindfold, and she sees the whole setup there, and she's just confused. She's like, "Oh my God, what's going on?" She was I could see her in her eyes. She was nervous. She was anxious. She didn't understand what was going on, because there wasn't just a ring box there. There was three other gifts.
We'll have to send him pictures.
Yeah, there was three other gifts there. I had gotten her a tank top that she had really wanted for a while that had said "Sun's out, guns out." So I had got her that. The second gift was she had never been to a professional baseball game, so I wanted to take her over the summer. So I had gotten us 2 tickets to go see them, and this was back in August of last year, 2016. And then the last gift was a picture of us that I had put popsicle sticks in the back and then cut it to where she had to make a puzzle.
Yeah.
So she opens the first gift and she's like, "Oh my gosh, I've been wanting this tank top for a while." So she was like, she went crazy, right? Then she opened the second one, and it was an envelope with the Houston Astros logo on it. So she's like, "We're going to a baseball game." Ah! Right? So then the third one, she was kind of like, "What's this?" She unwrapped all the pieces, and she finally started putting the puzzle together, and she noticed that one piece was missing, but I had it in my hand. So I gave her the last piece, and when she connected it together, it says, "I want to spend the rest of my I want to spend the rest of my life with you."
Yeah. But like right before this, like when I walked into the house,
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna get proposed to," because you had candles on the floor.
On the floor, yes.
And on top of the table.
Was the 3 gifts?
Yeah, it was the 3 gifts. And then I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna get proposed to." So then he's like, "Open up the first gift." So I opened up the first gift, and it's a tank top. So I was like, "Oh no, we're not gonna get engaged. Like it's a tank top. We're not gonna get proposed to." So then he's like, "Open up the second one," and that was the tickets, right? So those were the tickets, and of course I got really excited, and I was like, "Okay, I'm definitely not gonna get proposed to." So then that idea like went out the door. So then the third one was that puzzle. So the puzzle, we actually had to squat down, right? Because the table was low.
We had to take a knee.
We had to take a knee because the table was low. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, like it's a puzzle. I'm going to get proposed to."
Yeah.
So then he hands me the piece and it says, "I want to spend the rest of my life with you." But then he takes my hand and he like stands me up, and then we're like,
I gave you a hug.
Yeah, you gave me a hug, and we're like talking, and he starts talking, and I'm like, "Oh no, we're not gonna get proposed to." So it was a roller coaster because I was like, I am, and then I'm not. And finally, he gets on his knee, and I didn't see where it came from, but next thing I know, he has a ring, and I just remember literally telling myself, "Oh my God, pay attention," because I had so many emotions going, and that's when he said, "I want to spend the rest of my life with you.
Yeah,
I love you." And you said that God had put you in that God had put each of us in each other's lives.
Yeah. So while she was doing the puzzle, I love
you, babe.
I love you. While she was doing the puzzle, I was slowly over here in the back. She was doing the puzzle towards over here, and I was slowly moving the drawer and taking out the box with the ring in it and then closing it. And when I gave her the last piece, she got up to give me a hug, and then I told her, I whispered in here that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with her. And then that's when I got on my knee and I popped the question that I wanted to marry her and that I wanted to glorify God with this marriage in our new house that we're in, and that I wanted to serve God with her for the rest of our lives. And she said yes.
Yeah. And something really beautiful that not a lot of people know, it's when I gave Homar a hug, and we're going to try to send you the pictures of that day because he actually had 2 of our friends hiding, and they were taking pictures. So we actually have really nice pictures because Homar planned it out really well. And so we have pictures of that day. So what ended up happening is when I gave you a hug, remember I told you that I really felt God. I mean, and to some people it sounds weird, but to me this is my truth and this is what I felt. I really felt like God told me this is why. And it's such a short phrase, but to me, we all have a past and we've had broken hearts. And I really felt like God just, at that moment, as I was hugging Omar, God was also hugging me and just telling me like, this is why you've gone through all this for this moment. And I kind of just felt like, oh my God, it was so worth waiting on God, because God really does give you the best.
Yes, he does.
He really does.
Um,
Oh, we still there. Okay, so you had your friends hiding, right?
yeah, so I had our friends hiding, taking pictures left and right, and she had no idea at the time.
So remember when they ran and I got
Yeah.
scared?
So one of our friends went from the front of our house, from the back of our house to the front, and she saw.
That's when I saw him.
She saw a shadow move, and she was like, "Oh my God, what's that?
Somebody's here!
Somebody's here!" And I had finally told her, "Hey, our friends Luis and Jackie are taking pictures as we speak," and she's like, "What?" And I just told them to come on out, and that's when
they came out. Yeah, and that's when I saw them, and they were the first ones to congratulate us. And then we just kept talking about how Omar wanted to propose in our house. That's where he first told me he loved me, and that's where he proposed to me. Yeah, and that's where we're about to start a feature in about 4 months.
Yeah.
Our wedding's June 2nd. Yeah, so it's coming up. And that's our proposal story. It's beautiful, it's perfect.
Yeah. And we will send you pictures, we'll attach pictures to our video.
Yeah, so you guys can see it.
So you guys can see how exactly everything went down. And
yeah, and then your mom was a part of it too.
Yeah.
So like there was like a candle.
It was a flower, remember? A flower that was wrapped.
Oh, but that was in the puzzle,
Yeah,
right?
that was in the puzzle.
But on the table you had like an arrangement.
Oh yes, it was it was like a clock stand, like about this big.
It was really pretty. It was like a vintage white.
It was a vintage white clock stand.
Yeah, and that was his mom.
That was my mom's idea.
Yeah.
So it could throw her off even more than what she's. My mom was like, no quiero que le dejes una ilusión que nomás va a ser el proposal. Ponle esto para que se confunda un poquito más.
Yeah, so the whole time I was just up and down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's our story. Like we said, we didn't want to just write you an email. We wanted you to see our faces.
Right.
We wanted you to get to know us, and we'll be sending you pictures. And we really hope that if you do pick us, just know that we'll be really happy. We do want our wedding to glorify God. And I think that if you do pick us and we get this video, I think that day of our wedding, as it's being played, I think it'll really mean a lot, not to just us, but our family and our closest friends, as they can share also this story. So we'll see you soon.
Thank you guys.